Alright. Let's work up the nerve, why don't we? Oh, gravity, stop, no! I don't like it when gravity goes away. It's scary. Really startling and abrupt, and I don't really know what the rules are here, because now that this location doesn't necessarily make sense. No, stay on the ground, damn it. Okay, fine. I'm gonna get a line of sight for this thing. It's right there. Alright, let's aim slightly higher. I'd prefer to actually have this thing land right on it so I can track it. No. Damn it. That might stick. What? Alright, that's... I believe we're clipping through something. But fine, it's close enough. Should I take my ship or go on foot because it's quieter? I don't know, it's like right there. Maybe it's safer to go on foot than to try to take my... I can get back here because you're always playing your harmonica, because people in this universe are nothing if not single-minded. Fuck it. No monsters, no monsters, no monsters, no monsters, no monsters. Not moving. I'm not using my thrusters. No, it's just floating. What the fuck? Ow! What? Was that the bear? Is that what it landed on, or is it the ship itself? Okay, that was just the ship. Okay. I was very confused for a moment there. So the ship... What? Why is it floating, though? And what's with the electrical shit? What's going on? I don't know. But he said to follow this to the end, right? I think he said to follow this tube. The main good news is that the ones I've seen so far wouldn't fit in here. But if they do fit in here, they're probably of a size where they could attack me, so hooray. Hooray. There's a long tube. I need to beat this planet so I cannot be here anymore. Wouldn't that be nice if we were not here? That seems like it would be swell. Why? What? What? The fuck? Gravity changed, I started falling in that direction. By the way, I never really have done this, have I? Hey there. It's a me. Surprisingly hard to get an up-close shot. That's what I look like. I'm waiting for my close-up, Mr. DeVille. Why did gravity get weird in this tube? What? Huh. Game's getting weird. It always has been, I guess, but what? So there's ice. We're still on the same planet, I believe. Oh, I think we're piercing into the chunks of land. It's a jellyfish. So these are the chunks of land that you see it all stabbing into, aren't they? The crust of the previous planet. It's an ice planet? Or maybe it was a water planet? I don't know. You're telling me the jellyfish is the... Is that the clue? Oh god, I have a time limit. Gotta remember that I have a time limit. Trip 4? Entry number... I'm gonna say not 1. Shit, I'm out of time. Damn it, I'm exploring. I'm gonna say not 1. Crash is 3. Boring crash is 0. A personal best. Whoa! Never thought I'd see one of these beasties outside Giant Deep. They were awfully useful back there. Maybe a jellyfish could be useful here too. Blah, this thing tastes terrible. The outside's all rubbery and tough. Maybe that's because it insulates the jellyfish's insides from getting zapped by electricity? Right. I'm going inside of this jellyfish's interior cavity to see what's in there. If what's in there tastes better. Oh shit. Telling me to go in here. Note to Feldspar, do not eat this even if you are dying. It'd be too sad if this were the last thing you ate in this life. I guess these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. Again, do not eat. Love, Feldspar. That's the clue. And now I will die here because I kind of... Yep. Yep. Hey, my ship's moving. That's probably not good. Or is that just because I'm here and this is just really... 26 kilometers. Oh wait, is that the duplicate signal of my ship going through... Yeah, my ship's like somewhere around here, isn't it? Yeah, still pretty far away. That's... Oh, here comes my death. We're watching the orbit of Harthiansville. Terra firma Farmville. Shit. Listen. I got Harthian down. Hearthian, whatever. Listen, it's been I played WoW a lot. It was a constant debate. Do you call it a Hearthstone or Hearthstone? And now they made a video game that's called... Isn't the card game called Hearthstone too? So it's been a bucket. I've always called it a Hearthstone. Hearthstone sounds like I'm physically restraining myself from speaking correctly. And I don't really care if I'm wrong anymore. Yay. You know what a thing is that people never say? A hearth. No one talks about their fucking, like, what is it? Isn't it like their fireplace mantle or something? Is like, that area is named the hearth or something? No one says that. That's dead language. People have air conditioning now. Alright, so the good news is... The bad news is I have to re-infiltrate that place to get to the other place I want to go to. The good news is I did just in the nick of time finish my goal at least. Listen, I'm sorry if that was painfully slow or something, but if you remember the similarly... Was it jellyfish related? I don't know. It's the similarly deep dive underwater submarine adventure I went on in Subnautica that took hours to get to where I was trying to go. This is par for the course for me. In that kind of context, I'm taking my sweet time, and believe what the crazy thing is, In episode time, it takes surprisingly long, but in real time, time fucking flies when you think you're gonna die. That did not feel like a long time at all to me. It's the funny thing. But hearing that music definitely snapped me to attention. I'm like, oh, fuck. Thankfully, I conveniently was exactly where I had to be to probably finish the entire point of finding Feldspar. Feldspar is alive. They crashed their ship, and is now camping inside a huge anglerfish skeleton. Feldspar doesn't think my scout tracker is wrong when it says my scout is in 2 places at once. They have a theory that space doesn't work the same inside Dark Bramble. Feldspar doesn't sound overly eager to return to civilization. They've been enjoying the relative peace and quiet. Feldspar documented their attempts to eat this enormous jellyfish frozen in the ice. The outside was all rubbery and tough, possibly because it insulates the jellyfish's insides from getting zapped by electricity. Feldspar decided to venture into jellyfish's interior cavity to see if it tasted any better on the inside. After tasting the inside of the jellyfish, Feldspar concluded that these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. So I do have to get out of my ship, don't I? I'm gonna hope that there's nothing scary going on there, and it's just that I have to get past the electricity field. Because as of right now, I don't have reason to believe that there are anglerfish on the deep. And in fact, Feldspar themselves already explored that place, and he was safe, apparently. I'm gonna go tell the people that Feldspar's alive, because maybe there's dialogue about it. I know he won't be rescued reasonably in the time given, especially since every single ship is in bad shape. I think Church's the only person with a working ship that they still have access to, because Gabbro lost his ship on Giant's Deep, and Rybuck has phobias stopping him from getting back to his ship, or really going anywhere. So, hey, I'm not that guy, but hey, my fears are justified. Look, that guy is really scared. So all of my faults are justified by the game, because the game the game predicts them, the game expects them, the game... There's a better word for this that I'm not thinking of right now, whatever. Hey, it's my favorite astronaut. I don't care about your dialogue, we've been over it. Alright. Really? Yeah, it seems like the home planet's really static. Admittedly, in universe, you're not supposed to have even left the planet yet, so you'd sound like a lunatic, potentially, if you were like, yo, here's all the shit I found, but at the same time, like, you have this whole community of people, and being able to bounce information off of them would be nice. Alright, here's this old information. The autopilot flew my ship directly into the sun. Make sure the sun isn't between you and your destination when you engage autopilot and you'll be fine. He doesn't even react to the fact that I'm talking about the past. I keep getting killed by ghost matter. Use your scout to detect it, you dumb idiot. Do you think I made it just so you could take pretty little pictures of trees? It has multiple purposes. You do know you can use it as a light source, right? Stars above, please tell me you knew that. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, here it comes. I'm like, hang on a minute, did I just trap myself? This game is not designed, it's not designed for you to actually need to take the elevator more than once. Why would you need to take the elevator more than once? Weirdo. Oh, is my suit already on? It is already on. Right, I already flew around a bit. I don't always associate my jetpack with being the same thing as having my suit on, necessarily. But it is the same thing. Alright, Giant's Deep, I'm just gonna hope there's no threats. And try to power through the fact that I'm not cool with being on the ocean and shit. And hope there's no anglerfish. Because I think, not only do I have to plunge under the ocean, which I'm not psyched about, but I have to get out of my ship in order to go inside of the cavity of what should be a dangerous jellyfish. I think there are non-dangerous jellyfish, technically. I don't know. I don't remember. They technically just... They're like filter feeders or something. So, like, they don't have brains. But a lot of them are dangerous because they are poisonous. Like, intensely. Also, jellyfish, the way they sting is terrifying. And I wish I didn't know that, but I'm going to share that information with you anyway now that we're on the subject. Because, in cartoons for children, they're like, jellyfish electrocute you. I'm like, that's not... And, like, that also happened in, like, Finding Nemo and shit like that. And maybe there is some jellyfish that does do electricity of some kind that I don't remember or something. I don't know. But the important detail is that, by and large, the way that jellyfish sting you is that they actually sting you the way other things sting you, and that they stab you. But in this specific context, it's that they fucking, that's the one that's going the weird direction, right? Yeah. Did I not go into it correctly? Yeah. There it goes. Jellyfish stab you. Their tentacles are covered in a string of needles. Like the whole thing is. So those strands you see are completely covered in needles, and those needles stab you through the skin and inject venom into your body directly. Which is distressing to me. So when you get stung by a jellyfish, you're being stung. It's like it looks like a string covered in needles, basically. Is what a jellyfish looks like up when you microscopically. So like a bunch of heroin needles on a piece of yarn is basically what you can expect. All right, please don't shock me as I go into you. Ow! Fuck. Do I have to wait for you to like... Ow, I almost died. Are you... God, this deep ocean. No, like... What? How do I do this? Let's get back in here because I think I don't want to lose my ship. Okay. I need to get back down. How far away from the dome are you? You're okay. Okay, I almost died just now. Yeah, I'm kind of running... Oh, it's going back in. I don't have time. I'm out of time. I have to go find another one or something. Maybe you have to fly up from the middle? Maybe it's all the external tentacles that get you, and you have to fly up directly to the bottom of the core. I don't know. It's hard to judge time and space of my surroundings and all that. Not time, but proportions and distances and all that are a little hard for me right now. Okay, so maybe I'd do the middle? Yeah. This is a weird feeling. I don't like... I'm not into this clipping through the monster feel. Alright. Now, how do I know when I'm through? What? Was that it? It seems like it was it. Maybe it wasn't? Oh, my ship is way above me now. I guess that was it. Ship log updated. Please don't see a horrible thing the moment I come out of this. Fuck. I don't like this. I don't like this. My eyes are like half closed right now. Brain coral. Oh, I don't like it here at all. Okay. Why did I have to have 2 planets that are about dealing with my direct fears? I mean, all of it's dealing with my fears and that's in space, but space is too abstract of a concept to be correctly afraid of in video games forms, especially if I have a ship. Although the fear of the heights involved with the brittle place would fuck me up if I was there in person. I could not look over those ledges. I would be just like the guy in the game. Ah. I've made it. Alright. Now let's get everything, all of our shit done, so I never have to come here again. It's pretty from here, kind of. In a terrifying sort of way. That ship is far away. Alright. So we're at the launch module. This is us hooking back. Mallow. Imagine, Privet. The probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. You'll be the first to see them. I am honored and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use more power than it... So much power that it breaks, will you? Fret not, my nervous friend. We only need to fire the probe once anyway, so who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon structural integrity slightly? This is all your fault. I would mind, Mallow. I would mind, because we won't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. Yeah, this is all your fault, damn it. You put me through this. Yep. Yep, familiar. We're reviewing old dialogue technically, but you know, revisiting it from different perspectives is kind of neat. That's probably where all the actual information is, right? This is probably also stuff I know already, but even more recently because I've been to the Ash Twin. I have exciting news, Privet. The Ash Twin project is almost prepared to receive the probe data from orbital probe cannon. Yep. Ready to record each launch. On the other appendage, once the probe determines the location of the eye of the universe, I'll send an alert directly to you and Rami. Yep, that didn't happen. Yeah, there's some information you can get here, like that's the platform that wraps around. Ah, that's why it looked different. This looked like, that's a pillar, that looked like a pillar, but that's actually the ramp that's wrapping around. Same here. So I thought I was seeing another one of these pillars so that there was a full circle of them. But instead it's just 4 and 4. You could argue that maybe it looks different because the lights turn on when you get there. And when you're not there, the lights are off, I suppose. But it's definitely like, they're definitely masking what the place is going to actually be because they want it to be extra mysterious when you get about what it is you're looking at. And it is a really mysterious, weird, non-real looking vision. It looks like it's not a place, which is interesting because it's the first projection I ever used, I think. And I couldn't tell that it was a place. That's why it was so trippy. But then over time you realize the projections are all places, so you're like, well that must be a place. And you see the sparkly stuff is what's the core of your main planet. You're like, that stuff exists, I know what that is now, so what is this place? You kind of start piecing it all together. Do I get data out of you? Whoa. Whoa. What was that? Is that where the probe went? Receiving data from probe 9381. Visualizing current trajectory of probe 9381. Oh, it's moving. Right. It fires at the beginning of the sequence, and it has 22 minutes of travel time. Which means we potentially might have to wait until the end of the cycle to properly see what it gets out of all this. What else can we get out of this while we wait? Yeah, I might have to wait here until the heat death of the universe. No, that's not what that refers to. The heat death is not the death of... The heat death of the universe does not refer to the universe being killed by heat. It refers to the heat dying. the last of all energy in the universe finally dies out and it just becomes an empty, cold place. What am I looking at? Oh, it's trippy. Hey, there you are. Is that you? Oh, that's it sending little signals out in every direction in order to find the heart of the universe. Retrieving previous launch data from Ash Twin. How many launches have they done? I guess that's how many launches they've done, is the number of the probe is, which it was 9381. I thought this was their first launch, because it never worked or something. Deep space anomaly matching all known criteria for the eye of the universe found by probe 9354. Oh. They found what they think might be the eye of the universe 25 probes ago, or about 25. I didn't really pay close attention to the math, but it's about that. Huh. They think they know where it is, so that's where the probe's going right now, presumably? What is that? Is that... That's gotta be writing, right? Retrieving stored coordinates from Ash Twin. Displaying coordinates for the eye of the universe. So those are the coordinates. Neat. Let's write these down. Try to, even though they're probably, I'm sure they'll be recorded in all sorts of places in game. It just makes a sort of sense. Also, it's just kind of a nice bit of ritualizing. So, joop, 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 joop. And breast cancer awareness, and joop, joop. There we go. Isn't this fun? The only things I've ever written down were the supposed locations of all of the crew members, which I've now found, and that one time that I wrote down what all of the weird things were I saw when I looked in that one portal, which turned out to be the center of Ash Twin, I think, right? Yeah. I'm probably gonna stop. Whoa, I flew up in the air a little bit. I'm probably gonna stop doing commentary and do a little jump cut or something. Cause, I'm gonna do my due diligence. I'm gonna hang out here until this cycle ends. And we'll see. We'll pick things up if something starts happening. I'm sure something will. But I think this is where I want to be, is this first one. Until something happens, I'll just keep looking around and see if I find a detail that I have missed about this place or something. But I think I mostly just want to sit here and wait for this to arrive at its destination or something approximating it. And hopefully some really cool data will arrive. Because yeah, that's the thing I didn't really fully question. The probe was being fired off, and this is where its data is supposed to be sent to. And I'm like, well, we got to get to where the data is being sent to, obviously. Then that was the goal since like the beginning of the series, because one of the first places I went to was the orbital cannon thing. But I didn't think about travel time. It's not there yet. We don't have any data yet. So I hope something noteworthy happens, and also I hope I catch it in time, because it would suck to start the cycle over and do this whole thing again just to then try to not miss it this time. Alright, I'll keep looking around. It's making the music! What does it mean? Alright, well fuck, here comes the end of time. Retrieving probe of 9381. Whee! I mean, it does appear to be an accurate representation of how much time the cycle is, apparently. But like, this is just how many past trajectories there were, and this was the other thing. Huh. It just goes tink and it falls off. It'd be really funny. Wait, what? Is it the shadow being projected onto the roof by my yeah, it is, by my flashlight. That's trippy. It's way big. It looks like it's small and close, but it's probably far away and big. Because on the surface. Well, that was underwhelming. I mean, I guess it was just tracking its location, so I don't know what I was expecting, but... I don't know, I felt like I should stay here. Mostly just saw it reach the end of the bar, though. Because there it is. Traveling out into space. Can I see the sun from here? Oop. It was technically below me. Goodbye, jellyfish. Well, shit. I'm trying to think about the ramifications of what we saw there. It said that a certain probe number was the one that found the eye, and then a certain probe number is the one it's currently on. That might be actually like the one in-game tracker of how many loops you've done so far. Yeah. That's worth considering. That might be how many loops I've done so far, is like the probe that succeeded in finding the eye might be the one where I started. Either my first loop or the one before my first loop or something, and that might have been why it decided to turn me into an agent for itself or something like that. I don't know. It's hard to think about. I just... Because they said that the Ash Twin project or something will activate when the system fails and when it succeeds, or something like that. They also said something will activate when the sun goes supernova. So it may have been firing the probe every time the because like that's the goal, right? Is it supposed to fire the probe and then time loop every time the sun goes supernova. So has the sun gone... It said 9,000 times. So the sun's been going supernova 9,000 times, but it only recently recruited me X number of runs ago into the system, because I have not done 9,000 loops of this game. So I think that's what it was, is that it recruited me and brought me into this loop either when... Well, it would have had to be the run after the... yeah. For a second there, I was like, what if you wiped your save and then gotten the ship really fast and just chased the probe on the first cycle? Would you find the eye of the universe? But that doesn't make sense timeline-wise, because it recruited me into the system probably because it found it. So it probably found the eye during the previous run. So it probably found the eye during the previous cycle, then the next cycle it was like, alright, activate Ash Twin, and it made me this immortal looping person, like in All You Need Is Kill. And now I'm looping until I figure out what to do, basically. And I think, yeah, I think that if you take the number of runs it's had so far and subtract the number that was the time that it first found it, then you might get the number of cycles I've done so far, which is interesting. I didn't question those at first. I thought it was just a placeholder piece of lore that's just built that way, but it probably has been altering each run. If I went there again, the number would probably be one higher. The orbital probe cannon has launched thousands of probes. The 9,354th probe located a deep space anomaly matching all known criteria for the eye of the universe. The probe tracking module automatically records each probe's trajectory and transmits the data to the Ash Twin project. I found my coordinates marking the location of the Eye of the Universe. I think that was all I was there for. Everything else is interesting context and story, and I'm here for that, and I'm psyched about that. But I think the one thing I needed from going there was just this. I think that's all we were there for. I'm gonna use that at some point, I'm sure, because that's where the eye is. So now I just need to figure out how to go to the eye, or how to access the eye, or how to talk to the eye, or something. And those coordinates probably are used when I figure that out. Maybe it's inside of Ash Twin, maybe it has something to do with the Sun Station, maybe the Quantum Moon. I don't know. But those are the main things that we need to investigate at the moment. Alright.